At 0547 hours, a 32-foot fiberglass speedboat tears across the Caribbean at nearly 57 knots. No running lights, no radio chatter, only the thunder of 3 outboard engines slamming against the dark water. On the horizon, the crew sees only a blur, unaware that their course is about to deliver the single greatest mistake a smuggler can make, racing straight toward a United States aircraft carrier. This isn't a fisherman straying off course. The vessel rides low in the water, its bow knifing through waves under the weight of hidden cargo. Beneath a dark blue tarp, bundles are stacked high, making the boat sluggish and nearly impossible to steer. For the crew, only speed matters. For the warship ahead, only security matters. Just 3 nautical miles away, the USS George Washington, a Nimitz-class supercarrier, dominates the Caribbean seas. Its flight deck bristles with FA-18 Super Hornets. Surrounding it, 2 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers and a guided missile cruiser sweep the horizon with layered radar and sonar nets. Every contact within 200 miles is logged. Yet the smallest trace on their screens, the drug runner, is the one setting off alarms. An aircraft carrier is not a ship, it is a floating city. More than 5,000 sailors live and work aboard. Allowing an unidentified boat to approach unchecked is unthinkable. Rules of engagement demand escalation, warn, deter, intercept. And the smugglers are about to learn how that unfolds when they stumble too close to the most heavily defended ship on the planet. No American carrier sails alone. Its escorts form a protective shell that stretches from the ocean floor to the edge of space. The destroyers handle submarine patrols and missile defense, their sonar arrays sweeping in every direction. The cruiser acts as the air defense commander, directing interceptors capable of striking aircraft or missiles hundreds of miles out. And the carrier itself, an airport at sea, projects fighters and helicopters far beyond the horizon. Together, they are not just a fleet, but a single living organism, armed with thousands of sailors, dozens of aircraft, and a staggering arsenal. Approaching without clearance is not reckless. It is suicidal. Still, the smugglers keep charging forward. International waters grant the U.S. Navy every right to be here, roughly 170 miles off Venezuela's coast. But rights mean little in a security crisis. The Navy does not gamble. Aboard one destroyer rides a Coast Guard Law Enforcement Detachment, or LEDET, boarding teams trained for smuggling, interdiction, and maritime law enforcement. The Navy provides muscle. The Coast Guard provides the badge. Together, they give the George Washington Strike Group both defensive teeth and legal authority. And that authority is about to be tested. By 1836 hours, the Combat Information Center radios the first warning. Unidentified vessel. This is Warship 273. You are approaching restricted naval operations. Alter course immediately static. No response. The boat keeps slamming across the swells. A second call goes out. Firmer, sharper. Still nothing. Either the cartel crew cannot hear, or they do not care. The escorts escalate. A 5-inch gun aboard the USS Mason swivels toward the target. It does not fire, yet, but its intent is clear. The smugglers refuse to slow. At this speed, they know hesitation means capture. What they fail to realize is that they are not up against a lone patrol craft. They are facing the full weight of a carrier strike group. Legal officers review the rules as quickly as radars sweep the waves. In international waters, the Navy cannot simply sink a suspicious vessel, but the right to self-defense is absolute. The closer the boat gets, the thinner that legal line becomes. The Coast Guard commander gives the signal. Escalate presence. Launch aircraft. The message is simple. This boat is now too close for comfort. By 1841, less than 10 miles separate the smugglers from the carrier group. At 55 knots, that gap vanishes in minutes. 2 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, call signs Lancer 71 and Lancer 72, roar off the flight deck into the evening sky. Designed for anti-submarine warfare, these helicopters double as Swiss Army knives of naval aviation. Fast, sensor-laden, perfect for intercepting small surface contacts. Within minutes, Lancer 71 eyes the target through night vision goggles, narrow hull, triple outboards. Men crouched behind a tarp. No fishing gear, no tourists. This is Cartel. A sensor operator locks the FLIR camera on the boat. The engines glow white-hot on infrared. The pilot squeezes the microphone. Unidentified vessel. This is Lancer 71. You are approaching a United States warship. Cut your engines immediately. Silence. The boat plows forward. A megaphone amplifies the warning in English and Spanish. Still ignored. Then comes the visual cue. A green laser from Lancer 72 dances across the bow. Not a weapon, but unmistakable at night. The maritime equivalent of flashing police lights. Meanwhile, Coast Guard boarding teams prepare aboard the destroyer. Inflatable RHIBS are readied, armed sailors in body armor waiting for the order to deploy. Only the Coast Guard can legally seize the boat and its crew. But first, the smugglers must stop. Instead, they weave desperately, throttling hard, engines howling, spray erupting as they zigzag. But the helicopters hold overhead, tracking every move. By now, every radar, every optical sensor in the strike group is locked on them. The message is undeniable. There is no escape. At 19:07, two RHIBs splash into the waves, racing after the target. Helmets down, rifles slung. Coast Guard teams cut across the swells with precision. Above them, Lancer 71 hovers just 50 feet over the sea, its spotlight flooding the boat. Commands in Spanish roar across the water. The smugglers' options vanish. Finally, hands rise. Men stumble from behind the tarp. In seconds, boarding teams climb aboard. Firm grips, quick cuffs. Crew separated from cargo. Every moment filmed from ship and helicopter alike, becoming evidence before a word is spoken. Below decks, the tarp is pulled aside. Dozens of vacuum-sealed bricks emerge. Dense, stamped, wrapped the Cartel way. Field test kits confirm narcotics. Hundreds of kilograms worth millions on the street. Each bundle photographed, numbered, sealed in evidence bags, and logged for federal prosecutors ashore. The detainees, tired and cut from spray and fiberglass, are medically cleared. Rights are read in English and Spanish. Forensic sailors scour the hull for hidden compartments or GPS trackers. Video feeds are uploaded to secure servers for courtroom use. By 2042 hours, the operation is complete. The smugglers detained. The cargo secured. The phase tactical ended. Yet the larger fight continues. Only days earlier, U.S. Southern Command confirmed strikes against cartel boats off Venezuela. In September 2025, Reuters reported traffickers opening fire on patrol aircraft, forcing U.S. forces to sink their vessels. Smugglers are escalating, gambling with lives and cargo against overwhelming naval power. For years, speed gave them an edge. Fiberglass go-fasts with triple or quad engines could outrun patrol boats and slip under radar. But now, technology has caught up. The AN/SPY-6 radar aboard destroyers detects even small, fast craft amid heavy sea clutter. Electro-optical sensors and airborne FLIR leave no place to hide from helicopters overhead. Every call, every infrared trace becomes evidence. Legally, the Coast Guard's presence makes the difference. Without LEDET teams, the Navy could only shadow suspicious craft. With them, military power transforms into law enforcement authority, turning high-speed chases into court-ready cases. Strategically, deploying a carrier strike group here sends a message. This isn't only about drugs, it's deterrence. A reminder to traffickers and governments alike, the U.S. can project layered force anywhere in the hemisphere. Nothing approaches a carrier unchecked. In the end, the strike group never fired a shot. They didn't need to. Sensors, helicopters, and disciplined Coast Guard teams turned a reckless smuggler's dash into a clean capture. It proved that in 2025, even a blur on the horizon can trigger the full weight of American naval power. For the cartel crew, speed and defiance failed. For the Navy and Coast Guard, it was proof of discipline and reach. And for the Caribbean, it was a reminder. These waters are no longer a playground for smugglers, but a contested battle space where even the smallest threat receives an overwhelming answer.